Very good.
The 26th of July, Rabbi Levitt, Gemora.
And Roy. And Alan.
Good
We're ready to go. Okay. Let's see what we got up to. Oh, we're up to Amar Ravina. Hi, Shlucha D'Rabbanan. Hi, Shlucha D'Rabbanan. Towards the bottom of the page. One, two, three, 4 lines from the bottom, to be exact. And we go to Lou to start the reading.
Okay. Let's see, 4 lines from the bottom. Let's see. Anybody with an art scroll know where it is?
On Moravina, right, it's the top of the right-hand column in 112b4.
Amar Ravina. Ravina said, Hi Shlucho, here it is. Hi Shlucha D'Rabbanan. This messenger of the rabbis, mehei meninan le kivei terei. We believe him like 2 witnesses. Hane mili le shamta. These words with respect to excommunication, l'shamta,
Right.
excommunication. So the commentary says that they're going to excommunicate the defendant for failing to obey the summons. So I guess the messenger testifies. I went to the defendant and I told him to go to court. And on the basis of that testimony, they're going to excommunicate the defendant. Aval lif sicha kevan de mamona ka me hasar lay. But regarding excommunication, since that there's a monetary loss involved here. Oh, I'm sorry, I got somebody's at the door.
Okay. Let's see. So who wants to pinch hit over here? Take over for Lou. Roy, you see where we are?
Yeah, I think so. But with respect to writing a bill of excommunication against him, since we thereby cause him monetary loss, the car ba'ir lay meseh lay zuzi the sufferer, because he must pay money to the scribe for writing the bill. Lo, we do not rely on the messenger's testimony.
Because it's going to cost money to pay somebody to write this shtar. Therefore, who we're going to and therefore, since it involves it involves making him liable to pay for it. So then we're not going to believe the shliach, the shliach. Okay. So let's see. We got a Rashi over here. We have a Rashi. Shliach d'Rabbanan.
Let me see which one is the shliach d'Rabbanan. Shliach d'Rabbanan. He's a shliach of the Rabbanan. Okay. Shehalach lahazmin, that they go to invite to invite the person, the din, to come to the din. For chazer, and he came back. The Amal the Beis Din, and he says to the Beis Din, Einu rotzeh lavo, he doesn't want to come. The guy's refusing to come.
Okay, so in other words, this show that he said the Beis Din is hereby summoning you to appear before the Beis Din to answer this claim, and he claims that the guy told him, I'm not coming. So he's got to be believed. He's got to be believed, this shliach, in that regard. So that's the next Rashi.
And it says let's see, the next Rashi is Nehemene the Chayv Tre. The low Mishaker B'nei B'nei Dina, because they won't lie in court.
Hello, Mishaker B'Bei Dina. Right. That's the okay. And we said that Hanimili, we said that these words apply only in regard to the matter of Shamta, but not to Psicha. So Rashi doesn't say anything about Shamta. So Shamta basically must mean that it's some type of a censure that's issued by the Beis Din in regard to this individual, but it doesn't involve the writing of a shtar. So it doesn't cost any money. So like that. So we're gonna. I guess what the issue is over here is that we need to have, it would seem like what the Gemora is saying over here is that in order for us, the Beis Din, to act on the say-so of this shliach that we that we told him to go, do this shlichus for us. He's got to be an individual who is ma'aminan lekabei trei, that he's believable like two witnesses. And Rashi just explained that what do we mean that he's got to be believable by like two witnesses? We have to know about him that he doesn't say a sheker in the bezdin. He's never been caught in a sheker in the bezdin. Rashi says in the bezdin. Anywhere else, it does. It didn't. We're not getting into that apparently. But in regard to matters of the bezdin, he has never been. He never said anything that is not entirely true. So therefore, if he's going to tell us that this is what he did, he went to the guy's house and he said, the bezdin is summoning you to appear, and the guy said, and he says that the guy said, I'm not coming. So that therefore that will allow the bezdin to act upon that and give him an official shamta to censure. Is a public censure of this individual. But in other words, if it would be somebody who's not neman kabei trei, so then the bezdin would not be able to act upon the say-so of that individual who is not neman kabei trei. And now, but the Gemora said, but in regard to a psicha, that's a different matter. The psicha, Rashi says over here. Now this is going to be, Rashi explains over here. Louis here? No. So Phil, would you like to read the next Rashi?
Yeah, well, the next Rashi is the Pticha. And what the Pticha is, that's the star Shanta. That's writing out a star that the person will be put in Cherem, excommunicated. V'chi Sharulei Shamta. What did we Sharulo Shamta? Lo Sharul.
When we allow or authorize.
Okay, when we permit him to write this Shamta, Lo Sharulei, it's not allowed ad the Yehev until Zazo, that's till they
Zuzah.
moves. The psicha.
Money.
Okay, because there's money. Zuzah, shtei zuzah. God, yeah. The peticha, it doesn't go until you give money for this writing this bill to the Sifra, to the Sofer. You have to give Sofer money to write this thing, and therefore it's a monetary issue. And once it's a monetary issue, you need two witnesses on that. It's not the same as just the him not listening to the court of on a messenger of the court. That's not good enough. The messenger of the court's not the same because it involves the writing of the bill.
So that's a klal, I believe, in the halachas of Bezdin, right? What's the klal? The klal is you want to take money out of somebody's pocket, you got to have two witnesses. That's the klal. Davar shebamammon. It's called the davar shebamammon. Ein davar shebamammon pachos mishnayim. No such a thing as a monetary case which involves which is decided with anything less than two witnesses, two actual witnesses, not one person who's no matter how trustworthy and how much integrity he has, not enough. You have to have two witnesses. Okay. And now we go on to the next statement of Ravina. Ravina's got another statement over here. And we go to Alan for statement number 2 of Omar Ravina.
This is on page 112B4, Gemora rules. Is that it?
No. The bottom right hand section. Another law.
Another law, okay. Another law that pertains to serving summons. Omar Ravina said, Havina name Zimor Afumor the Isor. We serve a summons through the mouth of a woman, Humor, she may, or through the mouth of neighbors. This law is qualified. However, we said that only where he, the person being summoned, is not presently in the same town as the court. So both sides must be present. You need 2 witnesses.
Lo Omran Ella de Lese Bamasa. Omar, what did Ravina say? Yavina and Zimna. Rashi says over here. Okay, we got Rashi's over here.
Well,
Luback? No. Okay.
we've got here Alpi Isha in the Rashi, but it's not.
It's translating the Aramaic, because it says Apuma de Itya, which basically means the mouth of a woman. So he's changing it to Alpi Isha. It's the same concept that they're using.
Okay.
Okay, but we have the one before that, which says Yahamim Umane, that you serve up, give this request, the summons, so to speak, subpoena, how you like. Mazmin Baladin, they invite to court, Liyom Pluni Ludin.
That's meaning Baldin.
To such and such day for a judgment. It's a summons, appear on a subpoena, it's on a report on a certain day. So they're serving up this day you have to report to court. But it says you can do Alpi Nisha, that you could do it even through a woman. Hochet Etzlo, the one that goes to him, Lafi, according to Dracha, the way, or Alpi Shchenim, or according to or neighbors, who smachin on him, we do rely upon them. The Evdan, in order to do shlichuteah, their shlichus is accepted. So basically, the woman of the neighbors are allowed to be the summons server. Elo ate, and if they don't come, machzikin, we strengthen the afkaruta to afkarot, to make him hefker, the mashmitem way, and it counts for service, and there's services in it.
I'm sorry, which words?
I don't know, the afkarin is making hefker, isn't it? You take it away from them.
Below, and if not, Osi Maxakinen Ba'afkarusa. If not, so then we there's a chazaka, there's a presumption over here, the afkarusa of his defiance. Afkarusa over here, I think, means that he's like Hefker in the regard, right? They were supposed to. we told them to go and tell this individual that the Beis Din is issuing a summons to him to appear in the Beis Din on Yom Ploni, the next Yom Sheni, and he better show up, right? And so there's and if he doesn't come, so let's say this guy doesn't come, right? So now what should we think? Should we think, oh, well, maybe they forgot to tell him. Maybe they didn't do their shlichus like they're supposed to do. Maybe he doesn't really know. We say no. We assume we have a chazaka that what happened over here is that they did tell him, and that he ignored it. And therefore, accordingly, we issue a public censure against this individual for not appearing in Beis Din and defying the court summons. Right, that's what Rashi says. Samchinan alayu the avdin shikusayu. We relying on this lady or on the neighbors that they have done their shlichus, that they have done the job that we asked them to do, namely that they went to the house of this person and they told him in the name of the Beis Din that he's being summoned to appear in the Beis Din on such and such a day, and therefore, since we rely on the fact that the message was given over to him, so if he doesn't show up, so he's in trouble. Okay. Oh, and below Amran, and we don't say.
We don't say Lita B'Batei, that he's not in town, he's not here now.
Don't say Ela Delese B'Masa. We don't say what?
That he's not in the town. The same town as the court. The Rashi says she'ein oten planim, that this person Akshav Ir, he's not now in the town. Beis Din, he's not in the same town as the Beis Din. Va'arma l'shchena, we say to his neighbors, Yosho, that he will dwell. Amru lo laba, they say to him to come. If he's not in the same town, the neighbors can't do this. So only when he's in the town that we have neighbors to do this to.
Okay, so Rashi doesn't tell us what Lo Amran is referring to. Lo Amran, we don't say this. I would assume that we don't say this is going. We don't say this is not going on what appears after those words, but it's going on what appears before the words. We don't say that we're going to rely on this woman or on the neighbors to do this unless Ella Delese B'Masa, that he's not there. She'eino so ploni akshav be'ir shebeis din bo. That he's presently not in the ear that the Beis Din is sitting in. So Gishiyashuv Ploni Omruloi Lavo. Okay. All right. Rashi is so exacting. Sometimes so exacting, you really have to work to try to figure out what exactly is he saying. Okay, what time is it? We don't have. Lo Amra means we don't say that we have the right to summon this individual with a woman or with the neighbors, or I would say anybody else for that matter, who doesn't have a presumption of being Neman Kebei Trey. We don't use them except Ella Delese B'masa, except in the case where he's not right here in the city. If he's here in the city that the Bezdin is sitting in, so then we're going to I think we're going to require a shliach of shluchah d'Rabbanan who's meheman k'bei trei. But in this situation, she'ein also ploni akshav be'ir shebezdin bo. He's not in the city that Bezdin is in. So in that case, we're going to say to his neighbors, Amar l'shchenov sheyashuv ploni kisheyashuv ploni, and then we say to his neighbors, when Ploni comes back, Amrlo, tell him to come. I'm having a very difficult time with this Rashi over here. Yeah, I'm having a very difficult time because Rashi didn't tell us what Lo Amrun is referring to. And I see from the rest of the Rashi it's not reading properly.
We can finish it next week, I guess. I don't think it's time to do it now. Everybody have a easy fast, and
Look, we got 8 minutes, no? Don't want to figure this out?
oh, all right, okay.
Don't give up, Alan.
Was that
Don't give up.
okay? Well, I'm still here.
We do not say. In other words, we do not say. In other words, what did Ravina say? Ravina said that we are relying on the neighbors or a woman to tell us that they went and told Ploni that the Bezdin is expecting him on next Tuesday. Better show up. And if not, we Rashi said before, if he doesn't show, so then we what do? Machzikinin ba'afkarusa, and we assume that the fault was not with the woman or with the neighbors. We assume that the fault is with the guy that they went to tell, and therefore we censure him. We put him in excommunication.
I think what this
because we rely on the fact that they did the job. So that's what Ravina says.
Okay, but I think the answer here, what we're saying here, is an extra law, and we're saying that it's an extra law saying that we can use either a woman or the neighbors to do this, as opposed to the shluchei beit din, and will do it. And when are we saying that you can do the women to do it? It's when this guy is not here now. So we're counting on them that when he returns, that they will then be able to tell the guy. Because you need somebody to be able to tell the guy. If the guy's there, you can send Beit Din, you can send other male people. We're saying these other people who can now get into it. That's what I think this is basically saying. Now, in that case, that's when we can send the woman. We can send the woman. He's not here, but the woman's around. When he shows up again, now he's out as the official.
Yeshuv Ploni Amrulo Lavo.
Then we'll tell him to come when he comes back.
But that's what I don't understand. If we're only telling the neighbors to tell him when he comes back, so when he comes back, he's going to be in the city. So if he's now in the city, so then why not send the shliach of the best then?
They're giving the summons when he's not in the city in order to be on the lookout for the guy.
We're giving over the job right now. Well, I don't understand. I mean, why don't we just wait until he comes back and then use the shliach of the best? And I don't understand why.
Yeah, this is the note. This is what article says in the last note. And the court instructed the neighbors or the woman to transmit the summons to the defendant when he returns. And then now it says see continuation of the Gemora. This is not finished.
Okay, to be continued. All right. Oh, I see. It continues. Okay, so we'll continue. When we continue. So when are we going to continue?
Next week.
Yeah, you have a couple of minutes. Let's next a few lines,
Yeah.
a couple of lines.
Okay.
What happens if he is in the? What happens if he is in the same town? Somebody want to read that? Read a couple of lines more. The rest of that paragraph on the next page, which we say we turned the page finally to Kuf Yud Gimel.
Yay!
Hooray for Yud Gimel.
Okay, go ahead. Let's read the two more lines. What happens if he is in the same town? If he is in the same town, low.
So then we don't use. Then we rely on. Then we don't rely on them. We use the shliach bezdin, and we only rely on the shliach bezdin in order to put him in cherem if he doesn't show.
Well, that's not the point of this particular line.
Okay, so
The point here is just to say that maybe they didn't say anything to him because they assumed he was notified already.
okay, so we don't read the line.
If he is found in the city, lo.
Lo, we do not excommunicate him.
We don't put him in. Oh, Rashi says that why not?
Okay. I'm reading. Keep reading the reason why.
The Hanu Isasa Vishibabe Lo Abde Shlichusam.
Right. Well, that's the Rashi. We don't put him in the. We don't put him. We don't serve him. Put him in excommunication. The Hana Ha Iste. It is the Sivive Lo Avde Shlucha.
Yeah.
We're presented here, aren't we, with a whole lot of scenarios. If this, if that, if that, if this. Is that right? All different things. So, but the person can only fit one set of circumstances, and either we find out what those circumstances are, and decide on his fate, or else we take this as being the Gemara's way of giving us different scenarios so that we can explore them each.
No, see, what's happening over here is as follows. Ravina said a statement. Ravina said that we issue a summons and rely on it to put in cherem for disobeyance, even a woman or the what do you call it, the neighbors, and so we rely on them that they gave over the message, and that otherwise the problem is that the guy didn't listen, and therefore that allows us to issue a public censure of this individual on the say so of this woman and the neighbors. But the Gemora is making a qualification over here. That was only said in regard to a case where he's not here in the city. But if he is here in the city, so then we don't say Ravina wasn't talking about that case. He wasn't talking about that case that we were going to rely on them in that case. Then we'd go with the with the shliach of the Beis Din. We would use him. Okay. To be continued.
So Alan raised a good point. What is your plan for next week, which is Benas Manim? Are we going to have a normal schedule, or are we going to have a abbreviated schedule, or no schedule?
So who's committing themselves to be here? Alan wants to be here.
Yeah, I can be here.
I will not be here
Okay.
next week.
Yeah, Louis can be away.
I can be here.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not too sure. If I can be, I will be. If I can't be, I won't be.
Well, I'll be available. We can just let everybody know, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yes or no, because Lou's not going to be here. Do you want to stop the 1 week and then what the week after Lou comes back?
All right, we can do that.
Let's see. You want to do that? Well, let's put it like this. If we have 3 people for if Roy finds out if he can come, then okay, we can do it.
Okay.
But, you know, I may
So
not.
you'll be in touch.
I won't know until sometime at the last minute or so. Depends on what the family's doing.
Oh, uh-huh. Okay, so it's up in the air, really.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I just,
Okay, no, it's Benas Manim.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
One of the few times you can get together.
Okay,
Mm.
very well. So we'll,
I think Rabbi First's plan is that he is going to be teaching on Monday, Sunday and Monday, but not on Tuesday and Wednesday because he's going to be traveling. He's going on the same trip I'm going on.
oh, okay.
I don't know what he's doing on Thursday. I will not be back on Thursday.
Okay, so let's see. So we have possibly we have 2 people committed and possibly and the other 2 are not really for next week. So what? Maybe the week after. We'll just start with the week after then.
Okay, you'll be back, Lou, right?
Yeah.
I'll be here then.
Okay, so we'll start the week after.
Start the week after, yeah.
So what date will that be?
The 6th of August.
August 6th. Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Everybody have a good fast.
good business, man. So,
Be well.
Thank you, Rabbi. Have a good day, everybody.
Okay, bye.
Okay. See.